Hey guys, Rstar26 with Bitter Old Goons Gaming here, and we're coming at you tonight with a little bit more Kerbal Space Program. I just want to have a look at a couple of my settings here. Okay, and close that out, and we'll get into the game. Zoom saved and load on in. Alright, here we are back at the Kerbal Space Center. I think the last time I had streamed, we were attempting a rendezvous in Moon's orbit, which I did on a recorded video. So I'll try to get that recorded video back up and or uploaded if anyone wants to see that. And we went and we grabbed some new missions. So we've got science data from the surface of the moon. So we got to go to the moon again and get more science data. Oh no, those are not interactive. There we go. Explore Kerbin. So our exploration of Kerbin is going according to plan. We must continue to unravel its mysteries. So what we need to do there is dock 2 vessels on or around Kerbin. So in orbit of Kerbin, we're going to try to dock 2 vessels. We could probably do this quest really easy, or this mission really easy, just by building 2 rovers that we dock on the ground. But we'll do it. We'll try to do it in space. I haven't been able to actually do that yet. So Jebediah. Plant a flag on Minmus. Plant a flag on the moon. Pick up some science data from the surface of Minmus. And these are just a couple of test missions that we got to do. So I think our goal today is going to be to rendezvous and dock 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbin. And then, if we can achieve that, we're going to build a new launcher with a dockable landing craft to land on Minmus and Moon. So we're going to attempt to send 3 Kerbals up and do some actual science on the moon. So let's have a look at our vessel. I had built a vessel to get to Moon to do the rendezvous, and it should be more than enough for us to achieve our goal today. I'll show you this bird. This thing is a beast. It is a Hulk. Its sole purpose is to get into orbit and dock. And we've got more than enough delta to do that with this girl. I don't even think we probably need these boosters in the side to do it. I think we need 3,400 for an 80-kilometer orbit. But I don't know if the thrust rate of this engine is enough, so we're gonna just try. We'll try to do it without these engines and just have a look at what our thrust is. It's still like 5,000 meters per second, so I think that we would be just fine launching the ship just with this. So yeah, that's 5,183 meters per second in delta. That's 1.54 in 2 minutes and 9 seconds of burn time. And that's 3,100 meters per second on that. So that should be more than enough. Alright, just having a look at that docking port. Not too sure if we can actually put a protective shell over it or not. Yeah, see, it would be way too big anyways. That's kind of goofy looking, isn't it? So yeah, I'm willing to bet we can get this ship into orbit with pretty much just using the one main tank there. Sorry, I'm just having some glitchy audio here. My headset might be on its way out. Anyways. So yeah, this bird will get us, definitely get us into orbit. I don't think we need to even adjust. This Terrier is a little bit weak for what we need. So maybe we can swap that out for a bigger engine, I think would probably be the best bet. We put something a little bit bigger on there, like the swivel. We should just get more thrust out of it. That's all I'm really looking for. So yeah, I see how we have quite a bit more thrust out of this swivel. We can dial that back a little bit. Go to 1.5 for that girl too. There, now this bird's gonna fly real good. Real good. So that's about all we need. So we're gonna put Valentina in this pod. Now we're gonna remove him from this mission and we're gonna assign Valentina. So when I rendezvoused Jebediah and Valentina for their little session around the moon, Valentina leveled up, so we've got quite a bit more options to have a better launch with her, so that's pretty good. We'll leave that as Bog Rendezvous. Save it again. And we'll just check our staging. Everything looks good. We will launch this thing. That is the best thumbnail ever. It is. It is. Thanks, Stiol. That's amazing. If you're watching this. Ooh, look at it. Look at our rocket. Look at the way it's hanging. This is not going to work. We're going to need two of these structural things. The thing looks like a limp noodle. We got to double up on the structural supports here. That'll be better. And we're gonna make this a rigid attachment as well. Or auto strut that. Yeah, it was a noodle. It was a noodle. She'll be solid now. Solid. Tight. Tight. Alright. That's better. Okay, so we're gonna have to throttle this thing all the way up since it's the only engine that we're using for this. And I'm gonna play with some of the settings here real quick. We'll auto stage the rocket. And I think that's about all we need. Alright, let's get this bird off the ground. Okay, so let's get Valentina into orbit. Log out, then into Streamlabs. Just gonna try something real quick here before we launch. Just one of my settings here. There we go. Fixed. Like new. Okay, let's get Valentina into orbit. Howdy, Captain Spade. This rocket's flying really nice and smooth. Like Gary's Mod, eh? I like rockets too. That was a nice burn. Nice clean burn. You prefer your little rocket, eh? That was a beautiful launch for Valentina. Absolutely beautiful. Johnny Rockets. You like Johnny Rockets. There we go. Valentina is in orbit. Isn't that beautiful? 76 by 82. That's a little bit low. I don't really like that periapsis, so we're gonna circularize at her next apoapsis. That should give us 82 by 82. So we'll execute that node as well too. Disappointed in my chattery headphones here. I've only had these for about a year. Okay. Now let's check that out and see how circular it is. 82 421 by 82 537. That's a pretty good orbit. No, my headphones was my fault, Rick. Okay, so with Valentina in orbit, what we can do is switch back to the Space Center. And we'll launch Jeb. We'll use the same rocket. Oh, this is going to drive me up the wall. Collapsed one of the rings. Better. Okay, so back to the VAB. We've got our rocket here again. Let's make sure that Jeb is the crew. He is. And then we are going to launch this bird. Let's just make sure everything's adjusted properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put Jeb in a lower orbit. That's correct, Captain. Yes, you did. As I was saying, we're going to try to put Jeb into a lower orbit than Valentina. So what that's going to do is the closer you are to the surface of the planet, the faster your orbit is around the planet. So that's going to allow Jeb to pass Valentina and catch up with her after a few orbits. And once we get a close approach, we're just going to fine-tune that orbit so that our closest approach is within a couple kilometers. And then we're going to match speeds with her. And then we'll use our thrusters to close that gap and dock with her, hopefully. That's how it's going to work in theory. I am lacking in faith that I'll actually be able to do it, but we'll try. Let's get him up in the sky. Uh-oh. 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 Always check your staging. Obviously our rocket is not staged correctly. I don't know what the heck. Oh, our throttle was down all the way. Okay, let's try that again. There he goes. At 100 meters per second, we're going to angle the rocket. So we're going to just gradually arc it down and watch the altimeter. Our goal is to have the rocket at about 40 degrees, 45 degrees at 3,000 feet. I'm not too sure why the rocket is spinning so bad. We're missing a fin, that's why. Why are we missing? No, we're not missing a fin. I'm not too sure what's going on here. If we can't put it back on course here. Not a good launch at all. Something's not right. Let's go back to the vehicle assembly building here. I want to say it has something to do with the struts here. Well, we are auto-strutted. So what is going on with this bird? Something's not right. Yeah, the engine was shaking. I seen that. Try it again. Sometimes you can just get the physics to go a little bit wonky in this game too. They do weird things sometimes. They call it the Kraken. We were starting to wobble again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the RCS on spacecraft, and that should help that. We're going to be a little bit off course here. Trying to turn that just a bit. So we kind of screwed this up a lot. So he's going to be orbiting slower than she is, so we'll allow her to catch up to us is what we'll do. I wasn't paying attention to what our apoapsis was going to be. It is lowering now, so that's good. If that can settle out at about 70,000, that'd be ideal. 75,000, something like that. So if you were wondering what happened with that launch, we were going far too horizontally, and used gravity to accelerate spacecraft. That's why we were coasting. Like, we cut the engines at 40,000 meters, and we're able to coast all the way out to, it's like 81,500 or something like that now. So our orbit's going to be very close to her already. Yeah, so we're going to want to circularize this at our apoapsis. And that's going to have us traveling at a fairly close velocity to hers. Yes, I do like RPG games, Captain Spade. Okay, so got our circular orbit, and it looks to me like we're off plane a little bit, so that's going to be our next thing. It's going to be to target Valentina, and we're going to now match planes with her. Okay, so it's gonna burn and match planes with Valentina so that our orbit is on the same path. Okay, see, look at that. We're matched up perfectly now. So if we go here, we can see what our closest approach is going to be. Target position at intercept. So our apoapsises are pretty tight. And it's going to take a lot of orbits to actually get that. So I think what I want to do at this point is maybe change the periapsis and apoapsis to 7,500. 750 kilometers. 75 kilometers. Cannot be lower than the altitude of the burn. Okay. I think what we need to do at this point is just I just want to see what happens. Yeah, that's going to be way too many orbits. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our periapsis at our next apoapsis, and we're going to make that 75 kilometers. And then we'll circularize at the apoapsis, and that's going to give us quite a bit more speed. I know it sounds super confusing, and I'm confused too. I tried watching a video about this today, and then we'll just circularize at the next periapsis. And that'll get us traveling quite a bit quicker than her. Mekjeb. I don't have rendezvous capabilities unlocked on Mekjeb though. This is a career playthrough, so I'm kind of trying to do it myself as much as I can. I'm just using Mekjeb to circularize and stuff like that. I've never docked to vessels. Yeah, thanks. I've rendezvoused and that's about it. Okay, so now we've got Jeb on a lower orbit, so he should be traveling quite a bit faster. Than Valentina is. So if we look at her speed, she is traveling at 2,274 meters per second, and we're traveling at 2,282 meters per second. So we'll just time warp and we'll allow him to catch up to her. I probably should have done this further out. Just so that we could time warp faster, but it's too late now. Trick was just on here, Captain Spade. He's around. I'm wondering if we shouldn't switch to Valentina and just push her orbit out further. Let's do that. We'll change her periapsis and apoapsis to, what are we at, 82? Let's change that to maybe 87 kilometers. Of course. We'll just change her periapsis first. 87 kilometers at the next apoapsis. Okay, no. Oh, sorry, change apoapsis. 87. That. And then we can circularize this. Okay. Oh, thanks, Wickle, for hosting our stream. It's awesome. Now we're going to allow Jeb to catch up to 2287 versus 2267. Still only 20 meters per second. I think we'll maybe push her out further yet. Otherwise, this is just going to take way too long. Change apoapsis to, let's go with 95 kilometers. Create an exit. Hey Alex, how you doing? We're trying to rendezvous two vessels in orbit here. Okay, so she has slowed down. 2287 versus 2254. $75,000. Okay, so we'll go back to Jeb here. He should still have her marked as a target. So now we're going to schedule a transfer, and it's going to tell us how close we get. So our separation is 0.2 of a kilometer, so 200 meters from each other at our intercept point. So we're going to have to complete, by the looks of it, a couple orbits. We're about 1 day, 2 hours away from that node. So you'll watch them orbit, and they'll get closer and closer together, and then at the right time he's going to transfer over to her. And that's where it's going to get complicated. I know that this is probably not the most exciting thing in the world, but if we can achieve it, that'll be a huge milestone for me. Definitely a huge milestone. Don't really want to play with their orbits too much more, so we're just going to we'll let it run its course here. It'll take a couple minutes. But and then we'll do one more mech-jeb maneuver once we transfer to her, and that's to match velocities with her at our closest approach. Then it'll be a matter of turning one ship prograde and the other ship retrograde, and then attempting the docking. You can see now the gap is starting to widen from each other. I'm hoping that we'll have sunlight when we can actually do this docking, otherwise it's going to be really difficult to see. It looks like the rotation is... It's going to be... well, I don't know what it's going to do. Okay, we're 5 hours out from the actual burn. So now we're starting to catch up to her. Getting there, 4 hours to go. Three hours and 20 minutes to go. The time is accelerated though. We're down to 2 hours and 58 minutes, you see? Two hours and 50 minutes. It's coming up. It's coming up. We're gaining on her pretty good now. 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes. One hour and 55 minutes. They're both going to set records for orbits, I think, so that's good. Hour and 30 minutes. See how close he's getting to her now? And T minus 1 hour. Counting. 36 minutes, so it'd be one more orbit. Almost there. And 10 minutes to the burn. Ship is going to reorient itself. Seven minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute. Minus 10 seconds. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burning. Okay, so we've done our transfer. Now we have one more burn to do, and that's to match velocities at the closest approach to the target. Okay, we're coming up on the burn here. There. So we should be right beside her. Where is she? Don't even see her. Got her there? I think we're practically right on top of each other here. I just kind of want to move around to the daylight side so I can see what's going on. Okay, so she's 200 meters off to the side of me there. You see that? So what we want to do, we want to switch to her. I don't know if I can do it from here. We're so close to each other. Looks like I can. What we're going to do first, I guess, with this ship is we're going to turn it prograde. I guess we can't really do that, can we? How do I do that? Okay, so we're pointed towards her now. And now we're going to want to go to the Space Center and switch to her. I don't know, she may be far enough away that I can actually do it from here. Still too close. We'll just go to the Space Center and switch to her. Get her lined up properly. So, S and RCS back on. Put that camera on. We get them roughly pointed towards each other. Go. Should be able to close all that gap with Jeb. Go back to the Space Center. And hope that this works. Okay, so we want to control from here. Turn the craft again. Set to docking mode. I'm gonna close that gap now. Yeah, buddy? Let's give Daddy a second. Okay, we're going too far away now. I think I'm missing something here. Alright, I think I'm getting it now. Okay, there she is there. I don't know why the ship keeps turning away. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why it's doing what it's doing. That's probably why. Okay. I think I'm starting to figure this crap out. Good grief. If we don't run out of RCS, anyways. Of course, we're about to move to the dark side, too. Son of a gun. super dark. Need to get back to the light side. Oh, really? That's good to know, David. Thanks. Said I honestly don't really know what I'm doing, but we're getting closer. Just taking it slow. An RPG Discord server just for me. Isn't that kind of you? Oh, really? That's cool. I'll check that out here. What's the button to fine-tune your... You sure? Okay, that's good to know. See, it doesn't seem to want to hold where it is. Could have been bad. Come on. Probably make things like I think am I supposed to control from the Clampatron? Control from here? Or is that just when I get closer enough to that vessel? Why is she moving away from him? That's the question. question du jour. Yeah, how did they get so far apart? What the heck is going on here? Oh, we want that to align with the prograde marker. Okay. Oops. Now that I understand kind of what I'm doing. And now I'm just chasing it away again. So what is the green cross indicator that I've got going on? Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. Trying to, anyways. Thargoids might attack, yes. Once I get within 15 meters, okay. Uh-oh, I lost it. What is going on here now? Thanks for the follow. Okay, now I gotta get this ship pointed the right way. I'm losing it. Howdy, Wiki. Okay. What the heck is going on? I can't figure this out for the life of me. Well, that's the anti-grade marker, that's why. Jeez. I gotta back off. Oh, so close, guys. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the other ship, I think. Well, I can maybe make this work. I don't know. I'll switch to the other ship. Where is the other ship? Don't even see it. That's gonna make things difficult. Okay, let's see if we can get this flipped the right way. Okay. So if I click prograde now, will this ship stay on this prograde marker? It will. Well, that'll make life a lot freaking easier. Start to kill this velocity here. Okay. Now, question is, can I switch to this ship and turn it towards me properly? That's going to be the question of the day. And is the ship going to appear? There it is, yep. So if we turn her to her target, go here like that. here. Can we do this? Oh my god. Back off a little bit. Yeah, let's bring that back around. Coming around. Like trying to thread a friggin' needle, guys. I think it's docked. I don't know. Looking a little bit crooked. Maybe not quite. Come on. Got it! Holy smokes, we just did it. I can't even believe that. Look at that, our first 2 ships docked in Kerbin space. You guys just witnessed a freaking look at how happy Jeb and Valentina are. That is insane. Holy smokes. I cannot believe we just did that. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that, you guys. We've just did our first docking. Proved that we can do our first docking. Let's take gotta definitely take a crew report from here. Can you do that? There you go, crew report. We're not even going to get anything for it. This was just for shits and giggles. Oh well. Oh, I cannot believe we just did that. That made my whole entire night. Wow. That was incredible. EVA. They're both together now, so we can EVA one of them. I'm not going to let go. He can take an EVA report. That's got to be worth some science. There's Jeb there. Get back on his ship. We can EVA Valentina. He should be able to do an EVA report. I don't know if it'll be worth anything, but another 8 science. Might as well do it. Board the craft again. I don't think we have any science experiments or anything on here, but that was unbelievable. I cannot believe we did that. That was amazing. I'm shocked. That was so challenging. That was probably one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my experience of gaming or my history of gaming. Anything. That was amazing. That was. I wonder where's. We're just gonna take a ride to the light side. And we're gonna take a screenshot of that because man, oh man. That was incredible. Our first rendezvous and docking. 2 docked vessels over Kerbin. Let's roll them over. Should be able to hide our interface, so we've gotta that. There we go. 2 lovebirds kissing. Perfect. Okay, let's get these guys home. Wonder what the view is from in here. Not much of a view anyways. But let's undock these ships. Not entirely sure how to do it. I don't know if you just back away or what do you do? Any ideas, anybody? undock. It's as simple as that. There we go. We're separated. We can back away now. And what we're going to do is change our periapsis for him to 35 kilometers. And we're going to execute that node. Just like touching the tips, Donnie. Johnny. Took 2 hours to touch those tips, though. Jeez. Ah, what an accomplishment, though, you guys. You have no idea how difficult that was. That made my night. Donnie. I'm so excited, I'm calling you Donnie. Okay, so he is on his ride home. Might as well say goodbye to that. Say goodbye to that too. We don't need any of that stuff anymore. All right. Well, thanks, Captain Spade. It's such a gentle descent, we're not even going to catch flat fire. Oh, there we go. Got the spike glitch again. Like a comet through the night. Thanks, Spade. I'll check it out. I'm not seeing nothing. Looks like we're gonna land. Can't tell. Land or water? Water. Gonna be a long fall, so we're gonna cut one of these parachutes. Speed up our descent a little bit. There he is, safe. We can recover that vessel, and then we'll bring Valentina home. Not over yet. Got one more ship to bring in. Apparently we put a probe in orbit when we did that. Cool. Let's look at it. Not too sure what that is. Oh, that ain't no probe. That's an engine that's re-entering and about to explode. I would like for that to just explode. Again. I can't believe that made it down. Oh, now it's going back up. Now it's going back down. It's gonna explode. Break up in the atmosphere. There it goes. Oh, it won't. I can't believe it actually survived that. Back to Valentina. Oh, that wasn't Jeb. That was just one of the engines. Just an engine. No worries. No, Jeb made it on ground. Yeah, no, Valentine isn't in that thing. That was just one of the separated engines. Here's Valentine right here. She's good. Prograde. Periapsis to 35 kilometers. There's here. Oh. Valentina should earn some XP points for this. I'd be surprised if she doesn't. Okay. Bid farewell to these engines. Bring her home. All right, bringing her in. All right, down she comes. Can't see nothing. I don't even know where I'm landing. In the water. There she is. Remember that vessel? And we have just completed our first rendezvous and docking. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so that's where we're going to leave things for the night, everybody. That was amazingly fun. I can't believe we managed to pull that off. Successful rendezvous and docking. It was frustrating at times, but so gratifying. And that's why I like playing this game. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm Rstar26 with Bitter Old Goons Gaming. And till next time, fly safely. Have a good night.